Hello. Drum roll, please. Welcome back, my lovely and loyal fans, and my parents, to the newest season of Caelyn Tonight.
Caelyn Tonight? No. This is Cuse Tonight.
No, silly, you're actually pronouncing it wrong. It's Caelyn, not Cael, not Kate, not Kelly, not Caitlin. It's Caelyn. Let's get it right, people. Time is ticking for me.
Right, I think what you're trying to say is that you're super excited to be hosting the newest season of Cuse Tonight.
Guys, according to my favorite feminist literature, we need to let Caelyn self-define. When we take away the power of the most powerful gender, women, when we put them into the boxes that we create.
Nate, look at yourself right now.
That was so performative.
I think the word you're looking for is profound, Emma, but sorry, I'm mansplaining again.
Who even are you right now?
It's not about who I am, it's about what I can do to support you.
And you can support us by sticking around for the rest of the episode. We have Liz Crandall here, so stay tuned for her set and a special game at the end of the show.
And remember, simply being present is one of the most important aspects of a healthy relationship.
Welcome back, Cuse Tonighters, and get so hyped for the first episode of the season. I'm Caelyn Tuffy, your host.
I'm Emma Velardi.
And I'm Nate Weir.
Wait, I'm so sorry, you guys. I've just been so tired today.
I know, don't worry, me too. I usually rely on at least 1 Celsius a day, but now that we're at Coke school, I don't know how I'll stay awake.
What do you mean we'll be drinking Coke? How could we not be awake?
Yeah, well, that's not anything new. We were always at Coke school, right?
Right, but only in people's place, though.
Right, yeah. Syracuse is just known for the snow.
Honestly, this whole Coke change doesn't even matter because every time I go to the dining hall, I only get water. Orange juice, water, Powerade, water, Dr. Pepper, still water.
Yeah, and don't even try to get ice unless you want to wait in line with all of your ops plus their ops. Oh, and their ops, and you guessed it, more ops. Yeah.
Oh, scary. But I wouldn't worry about it too much. In about a month, all the freshmen will discover the magic of instant ramen and popcorn that will set off the dorm fire alarms every single time without a fail.
Oh, and the DoorDash drivers are just gearing up for their preseason.
Yeah, soon enough, you'll wake up every morning to someone's cold Taco Bell waiting sadly in the lobby. Dreams crushed, hearts broken, toilets with throw up in them, wallets lost, and an ID on the Syracuse Snapchat page.
Yeah, and you're never gonna get that back. Well, maybe having the right ID won't even matter.
Right, because you could just change your name. Speaking of which, we sent our content creator Mary out to ask people what their witness protection names would be.
I was wondering what my life would be like if I had to go on the run from the mob. So I wanted to see what Syracuse students would change their name to if they went into witness protection. Let's take a look. Here with Ava and Sheridan. If you guys were in witness protection and had to change your name tomorrow, what would you change your name to? I would change my name to Victoria. Okay. Hard question. Something nobody would expect. Just, ooh, I like it. You had to go into witness protection tomorrow and change your name. What would you change it to?
What would I change my name to?
Yeah.
Something common, like John Glue.
You had to change your name and go into witness protection. What would your name be?
And you to be all done.
Witness protection?
Yes.
Something very common.
Okay,
What's the most common name in the U.S.? John?
Okay. If you had to go into witness protection, what would you change your name to? That's actually a really good question. I don't know. First and last name? Whatever you want. Okay. I would probably take it after a book character or something. Something really, really random. Well, That was anticlimactic, and now I'm never gonna trust a John again.
Wow. Thank you, Mary. But now you have me worried about all the Johns that I know. Are they in the witness protection program? What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little suspect of names that are too broad like that now.
Yeah.
A few too many guys with the same one. I mean, there's got to be a little more originality than that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know about you guys, but I'm already getting tired of this heat. I'm ready for the snow.
Nate, are you crazy? It's beautiful outside.
Yeah, it's like a perfect 67 degrees.
Okay, enough. No.
No, that's like so last week, Nick. It's so not hot right now.
Wait, that reminds me. Welcome to
Yeah. Okay, me first though. Me first. I got a good one.
Wrong. That's gonna be a knot. Moving on.
Okay, burn. What about 8 a.m.s?
Okay, I'm gonna say hot. It's warm. The sun is out early. The birds are singing.
Ooh, that's gonna be a knot. Because I have no desire to see that one kid raise his hand for every minor question or comment. Okay? So next we have dining halls.
Orange.
Too small. Ernie?
Very hot. In my opinion, it's the only place to get actually edible food on campus without shelling out some dining dollars.
All right. Last but not least, Graham. So not hot. Last year I would climb the Mount steps just to eat there, but now it's so overcrowded with freshmen that you can't like eat anything.
Ugh. Well, I've never been to Graham, but we can thank SU for over-admitting students this year. Thank you.
Okay, but moving on, what about freshman frat flu season?
I'm gonna say that's a knot, just because this year it's a lot more of COVID cases and a lot less flu.
I know, like what is this, 2020?
Nope, hope not. Well, that's all we have for Hot or Not. Thank you so much. But if you want to see some more hot content, stick around after the break.
No, that's not right. How is it good?
Welcome back, my little orange slices.
Since this is our first show, we decided to take a little look back at some of our old footage.
Here's our content creator, Sophia, with the inside scoop.
Welcome back, Cuse Tonighters. Today we're going to be reacting to old bits from Cuse Tonight because I've heard that some people think we're not funny, which is just not true. So, let's see.
Time to be an absolute menace to society.
Hey, Cora. Oh my god. So funny, Cora. Good scared. Oh my god, that's my old RA. Worst day of my entire life.
Oh my god, there's gotta be a Cuse tonight.
Oh my god,
oh my
the
god,
mass tree.
Oh my goodness.
Let's scoot up.
Wow. All right. So
They
then,
did me so dirty.
All three of my girlfriends break up with me today, and then this happens? I cheat on one of them, I killed one's hamster, and I killed the other's
I'm
dog.
actually dead.
Oh, now this.
it's you, right?
Ooh,
You told me like we were remember like we were messaging, told me to meet you here.
Shoot your shot, girl.
No. Well, this is awkward.
The embarrass.
What are you eating?
Okay, so I really just don't know what the haters were talking about because banger after banger episode, like, come on. Alright, well, I'll see you next time. Bye.
Well, I think I'm gonna have to explain myself with that one because I did not expect that clip to come up out of all the content I made for you guys, but it was a Pranksgiving episode, and I went up to that guy and I had to ask him, oh, I met you through the DMs of Yik Yak, And he was like, no. And I bothered him while he was mid-putting Core Life in his mouth. But if I see him again, I'll give him a wave or just be like, oh yeah, yik yak, right? Yeah.
That's so tragic. I can't even remember doing half of the stuff that was in there. It's crazy.
I know, it's so old. But on another note, it's official. Our university's Chancellor has lost all hope for us and has decided it is time to abandon us next June.
Right, well, at least he gave us 2 weeks notice 8 months early. It was thoughtful. I'm assuming he wanted to give us something to look forward to at the end of the year.
Okay, but what do you think it was that finally pushed him over the edge? Because, to be honest, watching that first football game would have pushed me over the edge too.
Yeah, maybe ever since our star quarterback, Kyle McCord, left, everything here has been reminding Kent of him. And in order to truly be able to move on, he has to leave Syracuse.
Yeah, it's like a bad breakup. Well, I can also think of a certain Greek organization that is no longer on campus that also could have done it.
What if it's actually just both? And Kent is so sad, reminiscing and remembering all the things that he cared about so much and lost over time as chancellor, that he's just, he can't stand it anymore. But, I mean, that or he's terribly, terribly afraid of Keon Anthony. That's the only other explanation I can think of.
Maybe. But whatever the reason, he will be missed, I'm sure. Or actually, hey guys, do you know what he does? Because I don't know what he does. I don't know. Okay, well, I assume that the chancellor is important, so he'll definitely be missed, right?
Yeah, he definitely will be. But I saw on Google that the dome renovations were all thanks to him, so there's something.
Yes, it was huge to go from the Carrier Dome at a school with no AC to the JMA Wireless Dome at a school with terrible service. So.
Absolutely. Well, Kent, if you're out there, thank you for all that you've done for SU. But before you go, the people need to know, how do you pronounce your last name?
I have no clue how he pronounces.
Should we try?
Is it not just like
is there a
survive?
Y? How many letters? Yeah,
survive. I mean, he didn't survive Syracuse, but we may never know. But what we do know is that you're going to stick with us. See you soon after the break.
Hi again, thanks for staying with us.
And now, Cuse Tonight presents an excerpt from The Summer I Turned Pretty.
I am so sorry for cheating on you. And I know your brother's in a hospital, but will you marry me?
No. Sorry.
Cut. What do you mean no? Belly said yes to a ring way smaller than that.
I'm very happy to say that I'm not as problematic as Belly is.
Belly? Problematic. You know what? I'm glad you said no. If we're talking about problematic, take a look at Jeremiah.
What if we...
Hey, come on, guys. Let's not fight. And, you know, if we're talking proposals, we have to talk about the Taylor-Travis engagement.
Yes! Big day for anyone who cares. Travis Swift put a boulder on Taylor Kelsey.
Sounds wrong.
I wish I had love. It cut so bad this summer that I was jealous of Hurricane Huda from Love Island.
You know, as much as I wasn't a fan of her, that is such a catchy name. But what do you think our names would be if we were on Love Island? Ooh.
Obviously, you would be Cadaver Caelyn. Because you're so pale.
That's got to be wrong in some way. Anybody? No? Okay. How about Nerdy Nate? What?
Yeah, 4 eyes, ha.
Ha ha, exasperating Emma, obviously.
We hate you.
Okay, anyway, Since we're talking about reality shows, let me introduce you all to my new favorite one. It's called Are You My First? They rounded up a whole bunch of virgins and threw them on an island.
Whoa, Emma, do not say that so loud. OTN will make a knockoff where they lock all the iSchool kids in Heinz Hall for 28 hours.
Scary to think.
Better not steal that.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, now on a more serious subject, we have our reporter, Julia.
Good evening, Cuse Tonighters. This is Julia Labate, your trusty reporter. Tonight I bring you the latest Syracuse State of Campus. Starting off with our most important news, there's no more dazed and the girls and gays are confused. I mean, where else would they spend their Friday night? Oh wait, Roman Euclid desperately searching for access to a rowing party. Oh, sorry. Actually, it's 8:30 and I'm getting word that it's already shut down. Apparently, DPS has more power than ICE. Classes are in full swing, the syllabi shock has settled, and I mean, where do these professors get off? Don't they know that I don't know how to read? Not very silly now, is it? Meanwhile, Taylor Swift has officially dropped her new album, and here at Syracuse, we've decided it's for us. Clearly, anything remotely related to the color orange or the fruit means Syracuse. On a more serious note, we've been receiving reports of robberies near campus, so be smart, travel in groups, and keep an eye out. Otto does tend to get a little rowdy at night, and if you're ever out at night and you hear the sound of an electric scooter from somewhere out in the darkness, seek shelter immediately. You'll get an orange alert soon enough. And for our freshmen, welcome, except some of you might be confused as to why your dorm is filled with sophomores and none of them want to talk to you. Housing is a game of cards, and this year the deck only has 51. Just know Syracuse severely underestimated your acceptances, so you'll forever be left wondering, did they even want me? The answer is no, they wanted your hot friend. Also, I hate to say it, but I might be feeling slightly sympathetic towards y'all in Newhouse this year. Did you hear the news? The GCT, the grammar competency test, was on paper this year, and I saw a lot of y'all stressing about it. Don't try to hide. And on the other hand, students in the School of Communications should not be this stressed about the grammar test. Don't y'all grammar good? Well, that's all I've got for the current state of campus. Thank you.
Hey, wait, I'm Liz Crandall, and come back after the break to see me face up against the host of Cuse Tonight.
Welcome to my house. Lately, not my happy place. Everybody's pretty tired of each other. The parents were not themselves. My little brothers were morphing into small creatures. The walls were closing in. Clearly, a case of too much family, too close, 24/7. And there's a lot of that going around right now. If this sounds like your house, try going someplace new. YourLifeYourVoice.org. You'll find lots of ideas to help you handle the family stresses of being confined to close quarters. YourLifeYourVoice.org. It might not get you out of the house, but it could help you find a little more breathing room.
Hey, my slices, are you ready to play a game? All right, so the game we're going to play tonight, Liz, is This or That. Ooh. So basically, we're going to be seeing two images up on the screen, and it's going to be this or that, but it's all about Syracuse. So let's play.
Okay, I'm excited.
All right. ESF daughter or BDJ son? Sounds a lot familiar, like something I heard before, but what would you choose?
I think I'm going to go ESF daughter. I have two ESF roommates, and they're really cool, but there is a squirrel in my freezer right now.
Oh.
But it's for the culture.
Right.
It's for the culture. Yeah,
is it black? Because I always see black squirrels running around here, right?
It's from the Adirondacks, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, one of my roommates is a hunter. So that's
right.
He does recreationally. Squirrel soup is delicious if you haven't tried it.
No, and I don't think I want to, but that's okay. I love it. Yeah, personally, I think I would do ESF daughter too. I can't stand BDJ kids. All of them out there right now. No.
Being BDJ adjacent is already my greatest shame.
Yeah.
As I'm TRF. It's too close.
Oh boy.
Too close, yeah. Ooh.
Okay, now we have Bella from the bus home or Kenzie from SGA. What would you choose?
I'm gonna
torn.
go Kenzie from SGA because I really felt so bad for her in that moment. What a day of reckoning. You know what I mean? She's probably a freshman, probably really scared, and now we're talking about her on a TV show run through the school. What a horrid life to lead.
Yeah. You know, I think I would probably choose Kenzie because I just saw her TikTok and she's like, she's a good sport about it. She was like, oh, let's go through like my favorite yik yaks that people talked about me. And I was like, you know what? Good for you.
Yeah, you know what? Take it like a champ. Respect. Yeah, respect.
Okay, brand new esports center or new house 4. Wow, who made that?
So actually, this is funny. I work with the esports team on a TV show. So I'm gonna go brand new esports center, and everybody says that's where my tuition dollars are going. They make money. We have a top 10 Super Smash Ultimate player in the world at this school now, and they deserve respect. Okay, they're the nicest people on this campus, and I stand by that.
Wow. I did not know that, but that's great to
hear.
Yeah,
they're a blast. And new house 4 is unnecessary. I already get lost there.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm over that building.
Gosh.
I'm over it. I'm over it.
Okay, now we have getting run over by a VO or a Syracuse trolley. Wow. Okay. What would you choose?
I'm going the trolley because the VO's more embarrassing. If a trolley hits you, that's free tuition. If a VO hits you, you just look like a moron now.
Right.
Indefinitely. And it just, you can't, I've seen people topple down on them. You never look cool. No one on a VO has ever looked cool. And if you think you did, you're lying to yourself.
That's so true. Okay, now we have all-nighter in Carnegie Library or Bird Library. Oh, I think I would probably do Bird. I want to be loud at some point.
Yep, I do Bird. I need to talk.
Yep.
And also, there's better vending machines in Bird.
Oh.
Facts.
No,
Carnegie's useless. Because you can't even like eat it in there. You can't. Everyone looks at you sideways. Everyone thinks they're better because they're like, I'm at Carnegie.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't like Carnegie people.
No, a vending machine would be too loud
Yep,
for Carnegie
yeah,
anyway.
it would bug them. Oh, yeah, because they're so important.
Now we have Syracuse Pisser or Otto the Orange. Syracuse Pisser.
You can't mean that. No, I'm going Otto all day. Otto's my best friend. I love Otto. I'm not saying this because this is a Syracuse TV show programming. I'm not saying it. I love that guy. And if I find out that one of my friends is Otto, I'm never going to feel more betrayed. Like, wouldn't that devastate you?
It would. I'd also be embarrassed, but
yeah, well,
secondhand.
I wanted to be Otto really badly, but I'm 5'5" and the minimum height's 5'6". And I take that on the chin.
No way.
I still rue the day.
Actually, I would love a short Otto. I think that'd be way cuter.
Right? Oh my gosh. Yeah. No. I think we bring back short Otto. Yeah. Gingers for short Otto.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it looks like that's all the writers could come up with for us to compare. But thank you for playing, Liz. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for our fabulous viewers for hanging out with us. I'm Caelyn Tuffy.
I'm Emma Velardi.
And I'm Nate Weir.
This has been
Cuse Tonight! But hang on.
After the break, Liz here is going to give us some great knee slappers, which you won't want to miss.
Ladies and gentlemen, Liz Crandall.
What's up, everyone? I'm Liz, and you know, I've been feeling rather nostalgic recently, so I figured I'd tell you some stories about what it was like growing up Irish Catholic outside of Boston. It's not as bad as you might think, based off that intro. But so I grew up Irish Catholic. That meant that I went to Catholic school for most of my young life. And when you go to Catholic school, you are mandated to go to confession, which is when you go in front of a priest and you say, "Hi, I'm 7 years old, and here's everything I've ever done wrong, and I hope this doesn't give me a complex." And he says, "Say 10 Hail Marys and be on your way. You're healed, you're saved." And so I think that going to confession is a lot like going to see a mall Santa when you're a kid, because you go, it's this old guy, he's like, "I work for the big man." And then he says, "Hey, you been naughty or nice?" And you answer, maybe honestly, maybe not. And maybe your parents should be supervising in both circumstances, but for some reason they're really not. Don't know what the deal is with that. But so when I was a kid, I went to confession and I was really worried that if my sins weren't cool enough, that the priest would think I was lame and had no friends. So I did what any person would do when they're a kid and they're nervous like that, and I just started to lie to the priest. And so they started off as like tiny little things. I'd be like, "Stole a cookie from the lunchroom today. It was delicious, I feel no shame." Or I'd be like, "Last night, snuck downstairs, played my brother's super violent video game Call of Duty Zombies. Cool, feel no shame." And then I got really, really deep into it, and I eventually confessed to the Aaron Hernandez murders. Really cool, feel no shame. But I do think that might have been when the priest started to catch on to what I'd been doing. But the other thing about being raised Catholic is that no one really ever takes the time to explain to you the birds and the bees because they don't want to tarnish your young mind with truth and science. So my mom would tell me when I was a kid that I was a miracle baby. And when you don't understand the birds and the bees, and you're told that you're a miracle baby, you assume the only reasonable thing that you can think to assume, which is that you must be the second coming of Jesus Christ. Which I was. And that was a big weight for me to carry at that young age. You know, I walked around being terrified that I wasn't leading with a good enough example. I was throwing the first stones. I had a hard time making friends because I was just really scared one of them was going to Judas me. And eventually I sat my mom down and I talked to her and I was like, "Hey Mom, can I just ask if you're going to be okay when I have to get crucified? Like, are you going to be able to handle that? Should we put you in therapy? Like, as a mother, I'm sure that would be really hard. I heard Mary took it hard too." And she looked at me like I was a crazy person, which I was. And then I had a second question, so I followed up. And I said, "Hey Mom, also, when God came down to you in a dream, was it kind of like ghostly, or was it more like you knew it was God and it wasn't a dream? Did he tell you that, like, you know, you're gonna raise the next child of God, that you're a saint now? Or was he more like, we gotta do it again, woke style, Ocean's 8, think the new Ghostbusters?" And then, you know, after she, I think, processed what it was that I was saying to her, she sat me down and did explain to me general human anatomy. And that was the day I lost my innocence and became an atheist and came out as bisexual. Finally got that off my chest. That was great. But no, I think a lot about what it would have been to have been brought up as like a different religion. And I think a lot about what I would have done if I was a Jewish kid, and what my parents would have done if they had to explain to me what Santa Claus was. Because I think there's kind of like really only two angles you can do with this. One being that you sit your kid down and you say, "Hey, most of the world is Christian, and they, once a year in the wintertime, decide to gaslight their children into believing that there is this really old guy who lives in the North Pole, and that he breaks into their house once a year, gives them gifts, eats their cookies, drinks their milk, and then is also watching them 100% of the time, day or night." Or you could do the much simpler thing, and you could say, "Hey, there's this Santa Claus guy, pretty anti-Semitic. He's not going to give you a single thing." Because if I was a Jewish parent, I wouldn't want to be the parent that had a kid who ruined it for another kid. Like, well, my own parents ruined Santa Claus for me, right? Because I was getting too old. I was about 13 when I had suspicions, and then I was about 14 when I finally figured it out. And that was because one Christmas, Santa Claus gave me a copy of the 1984 movie, The Gremlins. If you've seen it, you might be ahead of me here. And in this movie, It's like a holiday, but also horror movie. It's really great. You should watch it. Not with your children. In this movie, there's a sequence where a girl explains how her father passed away. And she says that it was Christmas Eve and her father had dressed up like Santa Claus and was sneaking down the chimney to come surprise their family. And that he got stuck in the chimney and that they had thought that their dad had abandoned them, right? And so then she explains that, you know, a couple weeks later they were having a fire and something smelled weird. So they called the fire department and they pulled her dad out of the chimney wearing a Santa Claus costume. And at the end of this really traumatic and long monologue, she goes, and that's how I found out Santa Claus wasn't real. And she like looks off screen. And that's how I found out that Santa Claus wasn't real. And it was a gift that Santa had given me. So I got the memo, you know what I mean? But that was the day that I decided, hey, I don't believe in Santa Claus anymore, but I think I'm gonna be a film major because I wanna permanently bankrupt my parents for this. Thank you guys, have a great night. My name is Liz Crandall, thank you for having me on.